This is the Casual Nerds Podcast with Eri and Matt.
Hello, welcome to Casual Nerds, a podcast for casual fans. My name is Eri, and with me is
MegaDjMatt.
And welcome to episode 5 of Casual Nerds. And today, we just want to have a chill podcast. We just want to sit down, relax, and just talk about the year we had, the entire year of 2018, and our thoughts on it, because so much has happened. It's already December, and there might be stuff happening once this podcast is released, like stuff happening after, and we just want to talk about it. So, Matt, tell me, how was your 2018?
2018 was pretty good. I've gotten a lot of voice roles with different projects, such as the Fire Emblem Binding Fandom project, which unfortunately only lasted 2 episodes. I got to be a part of a Halloween video. Honestly, when it comes to my voice acting stuff, it's gone pretty well. And plus, this podcast, which I'm really glad to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm glad that we decided to do this podcast. Here's a funny story about how this podcast happened. It's pretty much me and Matt, we were just talking on DMs, and we just have a bunch of funny stories, and we've decided and thought about why not turn it all into a podcast. I had to get advice from a friend of mine, and we had to talk to a few people about this, and we just enjoy talking about random stories of being casual fans and whatsoever, and we're still enjoying it till this day. And we have more stories we want to share to you guys, so that's really exciting. As for me, my 2018 has been a roller coaster, as it's my final year of university, and I just got a contract job with a TV station in Australia, and I just got involved with some projects and everything that, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. Like, it's really, really surprising and overwhelming, yet, yeah, it's just like an adventure, like a roller coaster. If you were able to rank 2018 from 1 to 10, 1 being, oh, it's so bad, and 10 being, it's amazeballs, how would you rank it?
1 to 10. I'd say about a 5. It's in the middle. It's about a 5.
I would say 6. It's a meh year, but it's also exciting. But, you know, a lot of things happen over time, so things go up, things go down.
That's true. Every year has its ups and downs.
Okay, so let's talk about the stuff that we've both been involved with throughout this year. And the first thing we want to talk about is the Lazytown Fad Series. For those who don't know, Matt and I were both involved in this fan series on YouTube where we just tried to make our own episodes of Lazytown. And I played Stephanie, Matt played Robbie Rotten and Spartacus, and I can't believe we managed to bring out 1 episode.
Oh my god, that took forever.
3 months of writing, 1 month of recording, and God knows how long was the audio mixing and music composition.
That took the longest. I actually still have in some of my archives for the show some songs that will never be heard now.
Yeah, I remember one of those songs. I was really hoping for that to come out, but we just canceled episode 2. I had a hard time writing the script. It was a good script. It was inspired by Sword Art Online. We were hoping to have it out in September, probably October, but that didn't happen because we just all left. Everyone started leaving. We all had different things, different hobbies, different life plans that got in the way that it just had to end, sadly.
Unfortunately, it had to end. It was fun, but it just had to stop.
It was fun while it lasted, and I know there were people who enjoyed it. I have a few friends who are like, despite your efforts, it's still not going to be as good as the original Lazytown. And I understand where they're coming from, and fair enough.
Yeah. There is no way we could have matched up to the original Lazytown, but I don't care. I still had fun doing it, and I loved being Robbie Rotten on the show. Spartacus killed my voice.
Oh my god, I am so sorry we had to make you play 2 roles.
Yeah, but it was fine. It was good for me to play 2 roles. I mean, I do want to get into voice acting, so Hey.
Stephanie was an interesting concept though, because I have to be all positive and happy and be like, oh, hey guys, how is it doing? And I hate talking that way. I hate singing that way. It's so weird, but I had to. And yeah, it was a good challenge for me to experiment with my voice and singing in that voice. Oh God, that was a hoot.
I bet. Oh man, don't even get me started with singing. Singing in the Sporticus voice was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because keeping up that accent and everything it was hard. It was really hard.
So yeah, you could see how much effort comes when it comes to doing this fan series and everything. But yeah, I was really hoping to release episode 2, but stuff happens.
I still have a copy of the demo.
I still have a copy of the script.
I did not save any of the scripts, unfortunately.
One of the things I love working on the most when it came to this fan series is this episode called Gloria, which, for those who don't watch Lazytown, so the mayor has this potted plant named Gloria, and it was referenced and mentioned in Secret Agent Zero in Season 1. And one of the dumb ideas that me and a few people in the team had was to make Gloria talk or be alive. And then we decided to make it like this weird love triangle between Bessie, the mayor, and this living talking plant. And we had like special guests, well, not like really special guests like celebrities or anything, like veterans from the Lazytown community to be involved. They said yes. And this was an exciting episode for Matt because he gets to finally talk and act with this person that he looks up to. And I made sure that people are happy with it. I asked them for feedback and everything, so forth. And then since I go to Tumblr, I may have gone too far and sort of wrote a fan fiction that's not for kids. Sadly, that episode is not coming out. And so is that fan fiction. Sorry, guys.
You be happy the fan fiction's not coming out. I remember reading some of it, and
list of reasons why not to be friends with me. I write fan fictions that ruin your childhood.
Oh, trust me, I could write, if I really wanted to, I could write a Pokemon fan fiction.
Please don't.
That consists of Ash being, I don't know, 18, 20.
Isn't he already 18 though? In logistics standards, like I know Game Theory made a game/film theory episode about Ash's age, and they confirmed that he's like 18 or 17 or 20.
He would be if they would just let him grow up already.
Yeah, they keep rebooting him all the time, so that's unfortunate and weird and annoying.
Oh man, and the new art style is super bizarre.
I heard it was inspired by the art style of Yokai Watch, so
Yokai.
But yeah, the fan series. That was a fun project. I miss working with everyone, but it's kind of sad that it all has to come to an end.
Indeed. My favorite thing was when people would like send demos and stuff of background music and everything, and I actually got to hear it, and I saved a lot of them. One of the things I'm really going to miss about the fan series is when people would share demos to songs, background music that was going to be used in the series, and also sharing songs that were going to be sung. It was just such a cool thing to actually be a part of, and sometimes I actually got to see the scripts while they were being written and edited and everything. And one thing I will say I'm going to miss is actually like running through lines with people. That was always something I enjoyed, especially when we read for, I believe it was the Gloria episode. It was me, Eri, and I think one or two other people.
Yeah, I remembered that. It was flipping amazing. One of the things I will miss is pretty much writing the episodes. I love writing. It's something that I've learned since I'm learning film in university and everything. So script writing is one of the things we're taught. And yes, there were like a bunch of grammar mistakes and some other timeline mistakes and everything that people point out. There were also suggestions, so we tried to pull that in. And we tried to take inspiration from other forms of media that we watched. It's just amazing. And there was a time where I had the opportunity, or I was given the role to edit all the voices for episode 2. And I showed them demos of how some of the parts sound like. And oh boy, Matt sounded like he wanted to kill Robbie Rodden. That's all I'm saying.
You're talking about like the final scene where like, what was happening in that? I don't even remember.
So, Pixel sees Robbie hacking in the game, and he fixes the game. Robbie loses his powers, and then Sparkus is like saying, "Oh, it's game over for you."
Oh yeah, it's game over for you.
And then I'm just like, oh my god, this is Sword Art Online but Lazytown edition. I love it, but this is a kid show, so I'm just like, okay, so I didn't know we're going that far, but here we are.
Indeed. But, oh god, that was a fun one to record for. Oh, well, I guess I can say it now. I played 4 roles in that episode.
Yeah, Matt was the phone guy, he was the voiceover guy, he was the game over guy, he was Robbie, he was Sporticus. It was a hoot.
It was great. I loved it. God, am I gonna miss it.
Next, let's talk about new shows, movies, and anime. What have we watched lately? Well, there is the new Sword Art Online. Oh my god, the art style is flipping different / similar / okay. The story is interesting, and spoiler alert to everyone who hasn't watched it yet, Kirito dies in episode 1! He dies in episode 1! I am not joking. Well, not really died, but he gets like attacked and it feels like he's dead in episode 1. It's that shocking.
Interesting.
Then there is Doctor Who. Oh my god, the new season. It's an interesting season. That's all I'm gonna say so far. So far, as we're recording this, 5 episodes have come out, and there is some thoughts about it. All I could say is that the story-wise, it's leaning towards the political correctness route out of it. Like, there were episodes which felt a bit politically correct, and there were some that were really powerful that I enjoyed it so much. And there were some that were like, okay, so it's like my usual Doctor Who. But overall, it's still enjoyable. I'm still enjoying it. I'm just looking forward to see what they have in the future. Like, what else is in store. Also, shocking news to people who are unaware. According to a few friends who watch Doctor Who, apparently there's no Christmas special, and it's just gonna be released on New Year. And that shocked me as well, and it shocked them, and yeah, that's a thing. It's no longer Christmas, I think. It's gonna be on New Year, but that's just what I'm told. I haven't researched it, but that's what people told me. And these people live in the UK, so they get their news of Doctor Who really early than me, I guess. I may have to search that up. But yeah, that's what I was told.
All right.
And speaking of Doctor Who, Matt, you mentioned to me that you've been trying to catch up on the earlier seasons. How's that like?
I haven't been able to watch much of it lately, but from what I have seen, because I'm only up to season 2, it's pretty good. I like I want to say 9th Doctor?
Yeah, 9th.
Yeah, I liked him. I'm on Tenet. It's going to take me a while to get used to Tenet because I like the other Doctor better. And Tenet is good, but he's okay. I don't think he's going to be one of my favorite Doctors, though. He's just okay. Everyone else is all right. Hate me if you want, but this is one of the few British shows I actually like, kind of. I'm not going to say it's one of my favorites, but the reason being because from the British shows I have seen, they're boring, they're bland, they're unfunny. That's just my opinion, but I just can't get into British shows like the British version of the show Shameless, which I know it was first. I don't care. I tried watching it, couldn't get into it. I like the American version a lot better.
I like a few British shows. Like, I watched Come Fly With Me. That was funny to an extent. It was really interesting. There was this other show that I watched. It has to do with the school. One of the old companions, the one who played Donna, she was in that British show. I forgot what it's called, but that was a really interesting one. I remember a few people trying to get me into 4 O'Clock Club, and I'm trying, but it's so hard to catch up. But yeah, I enjoy a few British shows. But yeah, that's for me. That's me with TV shows. What about you, Matt? Any new shows that you watch?
New shows that I watched. One of my favorite shows that I've came across recently is a Netflix series called Creeped Out. Creeped Out is a show about, basically it's just a bunch of like little horror stories, like scary Halloween styles kind of stories. Think of Goosebumps meets The Twilight Zone meets Are You Afraid of the Dark? For anybody who knows what that last one is, you get extra points. But anyway, it's kind of like that, and it's still its own show. The only thing that links them is like this person that walks around with this weird blue mask, and he'll collect like a certain item that was in the story that you just watched. And it's very bizarre, very weird, but I like it. Another show I saw is called Everything Sucks, which is about these teens living in the 90s. They also throw some LGBT stuff because one of the girls in the main cast, her character basically comes to terms that she is a lesbian. But, you know, during the 90s, that was a thing that was pretty much rising up. It wasn't like as big and more accepted as it is now. And no, I'm not saying that it's completely accepted right now, but it's still more so accepted than it used to be. Honestly, yeah, those are just a few of the shows that I've come across. I would love to get I'd love to get my peace of mind on the new Shameless episodes, but I have not been able to watch them yet because I have not renewed my subscription with Showtime, but I plan to sometime soon. But other than that, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. And thank you. Want to move on to the next one?
Sure. Let's talk about movies. Since there were some good movies that came out this year, I enjoyed The Greatest Showman. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody. That was amazing. What else? What other movies have I watched? I watched a few Netflix films, such as To All the Boys I Loved Before. I watched Every Day. I watched Love, Simon. I cried in Love, Simon. It was just amazing.
All right.
Oh, and one of the other movies that I swear God we have to mention this, or else people will start yelling at us for not mentioning it. Infinity Wars. Oh boy, that was a roller coaster. That was a hoot.
I did not see it yet.
You haven't watched Infinity Wars?
Not yet, no.
Okay, I can't wait till one of our friends on Discord goes to you and starts yelling at you for some reason for not watching Infinity War.
I have not watched it yet. I've been busy.
Fair enough. I mean, you're an adult. I'm still studying at the time, so yeah.
Like, the only movie I saw, like, some of the few movies I saw in theaters that I could think of, I saw The Incredibles 2. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is also good as well. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was actually better than I thought because I'm not a fan of Pixar movies.
Rip.
I mean, I like some of their short films. I like the short films that they play before the movies. Those can be enjoyable to me personally. I haven't seen all of them, but the ones I have seen were pretty good.
I cried in that little shomai. I don't know what the English name is, but we call it shomai, or I don't know what it's called in English, but I cried in that short film. It was in The Incredibles 2, like the Pixar short film that they showed before that. I cried. I actually cried. And this was before the movie, so wow.
Oh yeah, that short film was great. Was it called shomai?
No, it's not. It's a different name, but the food is called shomai. That's how we call it. But I don't know the English name. I forgot the English name.
All right. Christopher Robin was also another good movie.
Oh, yeah, that was good as well. I agree.
God, and I'm not really a big fan of the Disney films, but this was surprisingly good. Of course, I was a fan of the whole Winnie stories and everything.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I thought it was cool that they actually had him look more like they do in the books than they do in the cartoons for this movie. But yeah, that was a good movie. Can't think of any others I saw in the theater because I don't really go to movie theaters that often.
Yeah, I've been going to the movie theaters a lot this year. It was cool. Like, I enjoy watching movies. I get to learn how these films end up being really good. This year, I watched Shape of the Water, or The Shape of Water, because it won Best Picture in the Oscar Awards, and I just enjoyed that film a lot. It was beautiful. It was... I love the cinematography, I love the colors, I love the story, even though it's basically the grown-up version of Ponyo, but it was just beautiful. Sadly, I know people who like that film for a different reason.
And this was called what again?
The Shape of the Water, or Shape of Water.
Alright.
But yeah... lots of good films have came out this year. Lots of good anime, TV shows, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I don't know why this didn't hit me until just now. Going back to the shows really quick. Hilda on Netflix is a really good show, by the way.
I haven't seen it yet, so...
Basically, it's a combination of Adventure Time, Gravity Falls, and Studio Ghibli movies kind of rolled into one. And it's about this girl who basically sees all these strange creatures, and she has like this weird little... I don't know if it's a dog or what, but one little creature hangs out with her, and basically all I remember is I've only started watching this recently, but she moves away from her house because her mom gets a different job and everything, and I think their old house gets attacked and everything by like these gnomes, which her and her mom have been disrupting their way of life, but they didn't know about it because they couldn't see them until Hilda signed like this contract saying she could see them. I don't know. It's a weird show, but if you guys want a good animated series to fill the void of something like Adventure Time, Gravity Falls being gone, go watch Hilda. All right. I'm sorry, that just hit me.
Now that you mentioned Adventure Time, I have to mention this. The final episode, oh my glob. Oh my flipping glob, bubbling is canon. And then there was Lemon Grab and Lumpy Space Princess. They're a couple now, and it's just like... I just love the episode. I had to watch it when I was at university because I was at university when it was released, and... it was amazing. I loved it. I enjoyed watching the entirety of it. It was so beautiful. I will miss you, Adventure Time. RIP. And now that you mentioned Adventure Time as well, I have to bring up Steven Universe. The episodes were good. We get to see Pink Diamond. There's White Diamond. And I can't wait to see what happens next. And oh my goodness, there is so much to look forward to in the future. Oh my glob.
Yeah, I saw it once. It was all right.
Let's talk about new fandoms now.
This is more you because I haven't really joined anything new.
Yeah, so for those who are unaware, I am now in the Club Penguin community. Yes, I'm playing Club Penguin now, again. I know Club Penguin is dead, but there are private servers that help keep the game alive, or at least keep the nostalgia alive. I know there's Club Penguin Island, but we'll talk about that later. But I am now in the Club Penguin community, and so far, it's great. There is some stuff that has been happening, and stuff that I have to be aware of. But overall, I'm just enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying my time there. Like, I made a second Twitter account just to be a penguin. Sadly, all of my friends now have to accept the fact that I'm now playing a kids game. Hey, at least it's better than the old description of me just watching a kids show.
Burn.
It's kind of ironic though because Matt also watches that same kids show.
Kind of. I was more into the music of it and the behind the scenes stuff for it.
I think I stopped watching Lazytown already. Like, I know I watched all, like, a majority of season 1, all of season 3, all of season 4, or parts of season 4. I haven't finished season 2 yet, and I still want to go back watching it, but at the moment, I just want to watch Netflix all the time now, catching up with Power Rangers. Yeah, and stuff. But yeah, new fandoms with me. I just love Club Penguin now. I'm just enjoying it. The people are nice. There are people that I have to be wary of, but there are nice people out there.
Indeed.
Speaking about Club Penguin and Lazytown, we have to talk about the things that happened this year, the things we've lost, and let's talk about Stefan Karl. Rest in peace, Stefan. And let's just say this. I didn't expect him to pass away this year. I was hoping that another miracle would happen, or it will all unfold next year. I didn't know it's just gonna happen in the middle of this year. It was disappointing. It was upsetting. I woke up in the middle of the night just to find out the news that it happened. Like, I didn't expect it to happen, but that was the main thing that people were talking about. And yeah.
Yeah, it was a very big shame that Stefan Karl passed away this year. It honestly took me by surprise.
We made a Discord server for a bunch of fans and people who enjoy Stefan's work to come together and just say their thoughts and stuff. You know, just come together and share tribute videos and talk about what we like about him, stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that this has to happen, especially this year. Like, he was going to be better. He was doing better. He was traveling around Iceland and visiting the UK and everything and teasing about a Lazytown reboot in animation form. But unfortunately, yeah, things have to come to an end.
All good things, or in this case, good people, have an ending. But that's kind of how life goes, unfortunately.
And another thing that's ending this year is Club Penguin. For those who are unaware, on December 20, the entire game and franchise is shutting down, and that is the end. Unless Disney allows the old creators like Lance or Lane to buy back the game, it's dead. It's definitely dead. And I know there are like private servers that we could go to relive the memories, but let's be real. It's just kind of upsetting that it's over. And here's a fun fact about this whole ordeal. Before the announcement of Club Penguin ending, the team pitched in something to Disney, and they were given 2 years to pull it off. But unfortunately, there are rumors that the reason why it's shutting down is due to the fact there weren't that many players, they're not earning that much. Disney decides to pull the plug, and yeah, that's how it ended. The Waddle On party is on right now, and I know the people who work in Club Penguin, like Joe, they're working on things to try to communicate with us about stuff that's coming, behind the scenes stuff that could have happened. Just trying to keep the game alive for a bit, trying to keep the community alive before it all comes to an end. And it's just disappointing that they have to close the game. Like, I know I don't play Club Penguin Island, but it's the idea of losing a franchise that we grew up with for a long time.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? Any news, anything that you know of that had happened this year that you want to share to the public?
Well, along with Stefan Karl, we lost, I would say, somebody in the Lazytown fandom, and that was Bubble 93. Unfortunately, I don't know too many details of what happened to her because it's not my place to ask. But all I know is that she passed away earlier this year. She was one of the pioneers of the Lazytown fandom. She was one of the main people who made a lot of videos. She cosplayed. She was just a great person, from what I understand. Her and I have talked off and on here and there, and she was really nice. And it's really a shame to see her go. And I hope she's resting in peace. And honestly, that's all I have to say on that one. I know I probably should say more. It's just with things like this, I'm bad at, knowing what to say. So please forgive me if this sounds bad.
I've heard of her in some cases. Like, I know there are like really popular Stephanie cosplayers on YouTube, on the internet, and I heard that she's one of them along with Bubble. And when I heard that she passed up, it's just upsetting that it happened. I don't know her, but it's sad to hear that we've lost a fan, especially since we just recently heard about Stefan, and now hearing a pure, beautiful soul has gone away from this planet. It's just adding more to the sadness in the Lazytown community. At least that's how I see it. I'm not sure how other people, I know there are people like who really know her really well. They weren't taking the news that well. I've seen posts on Facebook and everything, but yeah, it's just upsetting. Like, there are good people who we've lost this year. There are good things that have come and gone, and if I could reference something, it's something about sunsets. The sun sets to end a day, to end a chapter, and it feels like the sun is setting now. Like, this is the main sunset that we have to witness. We don't want to accept it, but it happens. Everything has to go for a reason, even though we don't like the reason.
True. Very true.
But despite things ending off, there are new things that are gonna be happening. We have 2019 to look forward to. So tell me, Matt, what are you looking forward to 2019?
Well, one of the things I'm looking forward to is getting a new microphone set so I can start doing more. So I can start doing better voice acting, start doing. Heck, I might start doing videos again. I don't know. I've only recently started thinking of what to do with my YouTube channel. And so far, I have not come up with any concrete ideas. But there are a few ideas I have in the works. I'm not going to say what they are yet. But there's a few things that might be coming up. How about you?
Well, the first thing I'm looking for the most is hopefully my graduation. I'm really hoping to get on that stage and get that wrapped up certificate and say that I finished my course. And I'm also looking forward to VidCon Australia 2019 because fingers crossed, I get to meet someone from the Club Penguin community in VidCon. So I'm hoping to see an online friend in real life. And probably to see some more online friends as well. I would love to meet a lot of my online friends next year. But one of the things I'm also looking for the most is finally getting a job in media. Like, I'm graduating, I should be able to get a job. So fingers crossed on that one. Is there anything you wish to happen in 2019, Matt?
Honestly, the way I look at each year is just when one year ends, another year starts up. And I just kind of go with the flow. I don't really know what to expect. But I guess if I were to look forward to one thing in the new year is just figure out what the heck to do with my channel. It's been so long since I've made a legit video on that channel. I mean, like, yeah, I made like maybe 1-2 videos this year. But other than that, I just hope that my relationships with people that I care about stay strong. I hope I don't lose anyone this coming year that I care about. I just, I just hope for the simple things.
For me, I just hope I get to still keep up in touch with people. Like, I really like talking to certain people. I like talking to you. I like talking to a few people in all the fandoms I've been in and used to be in and all that. I know there are people that come and went, and I understand. But I just like keeping in touch with people because by the time I start working, whatever that is, I'll be very busy. And God knows if we're still going to be able to do this podcast or if we're still even going to be able to hang out. I just don't know. The future is an unknown thing, and it's up to us to uncover it. So, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. We never know what the future holds. But who knows? We may still be doing this podcast. We may not. But, as long as you and I are still friends, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, same here. I really love doing this podcast. It's a fun project, and it's just something fun to do, something fun to create, and yeah.
Indeed it is. I enjoy it. I just find it kind of, relaxing sometimes.
It's pretty chill.
Oh, yeah. Especially, it's a lot different from going in and recording voices, which, don't get me wrong, I love doing that. That's something I really do enjoy. But, sometimes, especially if you're busy for most of the time and you're actually reaching a deadline and you got to get your lines out there, oh, man, you got to rush some things, and I don't like to rush things, but if it happens, it happens.
And thanks, guys, for listening to us during half of the year, quarter, I guess. And no, this episode is not the last episode of Casual Nerds. The final episode for this season will be out next month on January, so look forward to that. And I am so looking forward to what 2019 has in store for us. I hope a lot of fandoms come to rise. I hope some things, like amazing things, will happen. There's just a lot to look forward to. And yeah. So, my name is Eri, and with me is
DjMatt.
And I hope that you guys would stick around for the final episode of Season 1 of Casual Nerds on January. It's gonna be amazing. We have a really interesting topic that we want to talk about, and I all hope that you guys come along and listen once it's out there. So yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Feel free to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and on Podbean. If you don't have iTunes or Podbean, unfortunately we cannot put it on Google Podcast at the moment. You can watch it on YouTube over on my channel. Links down below. And yeah, hope to see you guys next time. So peace.
All right, this is Matt signing out.